So Aaron Parnas. I remember when this guy first popped into my feed reading off the news. I'd see him like all the time, and it was funny to me that it was all breaking news, and that was the joke of the day. Breaking news, and then something. I'm like, dude, it can't all be breaking news. I mean, I guess it could be, but he was always in my feed, and okay, whatever, ignore it for a while. But then eventually I start paying attention and realize the things he was saying were actually maybe not breaking, but interesting to me. It's all over the place. Next thing I was like, well, where's he getting his information? How is this guy like on top of everything? Right? He's clearly just reading off the news, other people's news. So what's going on? And then it was like nonstop. But then I caught something, over a period of time. I started realizing that I was actually paying attention. Every time I would see this guy pop into my feed, I would watch it, all of it, whatever he had to say, and then move on. And I even wasn't even real appreciative at the moment. I caught that I was actually paying attention. And I started to question, is this guy even really a journalist? I mean, he's just fucking reading the news. And I didn't understand or recognize the value in that. I do now, but I didn't at the time. So then over a period of time, the more I watched him, obviously, the more he would show up in my feed. But then I caught myself looking for it. Like I'd get up in the morning and I would be curious, like what's happening that, I might not be aware of. And I'd go to this guy's feed and watch his last few videos and, good information. And I was curious, like, it's funny how it transformed from, man, this guy's kind of annoying to shit, he's there all the time to where is he? I need this news. And it's funny to me, like, how did that, why? And I get it now. I mean, just think, if you just ponder just for a moment, a lot of us, some of us at least, grew up in a time when news was news. And even though they were always a little biased, they tried not to be, right? And that's gone. That's all fucking gone. You can't go to mainstream media or any main source of news today and actually get someone that's just reading you the news. It's like game show hosts now. It's all about flair and dramatics and bullshit, right? And it isn't necessarily that you can't trust all of it. I firmly believe that the folks on the left are just as biased as the folks on the right. Now, I do think there's a difference. The guys on the left, like Maddow and all those fuckers at CNN, right? They want you to they want to feed you their line, which is the leftist point of view, and the right want to feed you their line, which is the extreme right point of view. Now, there is a distinct difference. On the left, they use factual information to convince you. They're like, believe us, here's why, here's some facts. And on the right, they're like, believe us, here's why, here's some lies and bullshit, right? Very huge difference there. Nobody's saying that they're not biased on both sides, but the right's full of shit. They'll lie to you to convince you of a thing. And on the left, at least they're trying to use truth, okay, to convince you. Now, yeah, they'll cherry pick stories, but they're still factual stories. But either way, all of that is still like a big old game show. And then you got this dude come along, Aaron, and he's just reading you the news. Now, yeah, he picks what to read you. Thank God for that. But he's reading it to you. He's just saying, here's what's going on. Want more details? Go read my Substack. Right? Follow me for more. And it's just nonstop. That's appealing to people for two reasons. One, we miss that, okay, because that's what we remember the news was like, and that's what he's bringing back to us. A lot of people don't understand that that's not new. That's how it used to be. Somebody would read you the fucking news and shut the fuck up and move on. And a lot of the young kids dig on this guy thinking that this is some new refreshing thing. Now, it's definitely refreshing, but thinking it's brand new concept, right? Well, shit, Gen Z thinks everything's new. I heard somebody talking about, they thought, why don't people just have phones at their home, like wired into the house? Like it's anyway. So, but here's the thing. There's a reason why they like that. And even though it's not new, it's needed. Because even back then with the Walter Cronkites, there wasn't 10,000 fucking sources of news and information. It wasn't so prevalent and nonstop 24 hours a day. So to have somebody that you can trust will go out into that massive mess of fucking information and bring you relevant, accurate, and timely information, news, is fucking invaluable. It's amazing. I fucking love this guy. I hope he keeps doing what he's doing, and any awesome shit that comes his way for it, I'm happy for him. But more importantly, I'm happy for us. That's exactly what we need, and I hope more people get on board with that and realize that that is news. Whether he creates it or investigates it or not, he's delivering it and is finding it and putting it in front of you in a way that we absolutely need. Anyway, hope you see this, Aaron, because thank you. You're fucking awesome. Also, I am planning on featuring Aaron's feed in the Resist app as a nonstop, constant source of information for anybody that's on that app to see. I'm figuring out exactly how to do that, right? But it aligns exactly with what this app is about for the resistance. And you'll be able to, as you're scrolling through, boom, his shit's going to pop up. Now, I know he makes his feeds public. I'm pretty sure he does with his Substack feed. Uh, but I'm still going to try to collaborate with the guy so that we can figure out how best to integrate that information into this app without him having to do extra work. He's already posting on multiple platforms, so I should just be able to consume that. Anyway, y'all have a fucking awesome day, and breaking fucking news.